Hi, Daniel with ReturnToDaniel.com website and ministry. I'm here in April of 2021, 6 months post detransition surgery update. And I have noticed that my surgical wounds have healed. There's very little scarring visible. Um, the feeling around the surgery site and my new scrotoplasty and my small neophallus, the sensation is not as good, definitely, as the way God created me when I was born a little boy. I'm a biological male. I made a tragic mistake after experiencing early childhood trauma of my alcoholic mother putting the fear of masculinity into my head, and I had my male genitals surgically removed in 2006, and then in a sudden, desperate cry out to God one morning in prayer in 2016, I was radically healed instantly. My gender dysphoria was ripped right out of me, and my natural instincts were given back to me. So, the other update about this 6 months post surgery, uh, it's amazing how God is in all the little details. I was discharged rather quickly from the surgical facility in Europe and sent back. And, during the coronavirus, China virus problems, boy, it's not as easy to travel nowadays. And so I ended up back home, and my surgeon wanted me to be followed up at a facility in the west coast of the USA. And due to I've had long-term liver problems, and so he was concerned that if I had liver problems develop post surgery, that I be in my own country with my own healthcare system. And my liver has actually done very, very well. It's actually improved liver function. I was given a blood transfusion right before surgery and another blood transfusion post op. I remember that vividly, and I felt so much better right before the surgery because I've had anemia for a long time. And one thing that did happen post surgery, I developed a small yellowish infection on the neophallus. And when had the I had two catheters inside of me, one in the upper part of my bladder, and then one where my neophallus was. And they pulled the one where the neophallus was, but they kept the suprapubic in the upper part of the bladder, I guess about 5 weeks. And boy, I sure did get tired of that thing. And it was painful to have that inserted inside your bladder for 5 weeks. And so once that suprapubic catheter was removed, I was cleared to travel to be with my wife in South America. And I had a yellowish infection. And in South America, there's a wonderful herb that grows on a tree like, a shrub like tree. It's not a real big tree, but a shrubbery type small tree. It's called Matico, and that Matico plant is very good for healing infections. So I drank the tea herbally every day, and then I also boiled it, and then my wife poured it over the surgery site twice a day, and it miraculously healed that small infection because that was delicate. That was the area where I'm using to void my urine. And so we didn't want to have any further complications, especially because I was away from my health care. And so God put me right where I needed to be because that Matico plant is native to South America, and you can get it in the USA, but you have to buy it, and it's certainly not as effective as getting the fresh off the plant itself like we were doing in South America. And so God provided all the way through. I got good feeling when my wife and I are intimate, and I'm getting ready for my last surgery. And word of warning, anyone that is thinking about having their male genitals removed, it's a very, very risky surgery. And I highly recommend getting very thorough mental health counseling if you have gender dysphoria, because the counseling that I got did not go into my childhood abuse, and I also am guilty. I did not volunteer any of that information because at the time I was living in self-centered fear about what would this person think about me if I told them that my mother played with my penis when I was a little boy and told me that men are bad. And so I'm looking forward to my full restoration, which is it's almost over. It's been a very long, difficult detransition back. It's cost a lot of money. The first surgery back in 2006, and then getting restored now. So God bless you. Return to Daniel.com, and I look forward to helping you if you have any questions with gender dysphoria. Bye for now.